Thank you for sharing your afternoon with us on Kababayan today, where we strive to celebrate Kababayan achievements and introduce you to Kababayan prides every day here on the program. Today is no different. Last week, we talked to a Kababayan in the telecom industry. This week, we're going to be talking to a Kababayan in animation. Hello and welcome to Kababayan today. Miss Marla, a very accomplished mompreneur. When we talk about mompreneur, that's a new concept of being a mom and being an entrepreneur. I'm guessing that it's difficult because you're running a household as a mom,
yes,
and you're running your own company as a CEO.
Yes.
Let's talk about that first.
All right. Well, you know, as
Two
kids, 10 and 12, you know, have the school thing, have the soccer thing, you have all that going on. And then, of course, you have the business to think about. And with outsourcing, you're talking about two sides of the business,
right,
the client side and then the team or production side.
So we should change your title. When we put mompreneur, I think we should change it to superwoman. How do you do all that? How do you balance all that?
It's all about priorities. It's all about figuring out what schedules are, where the schedule is. I honestly, to tell you honestly, my husband and I have days where we just discuss schedule. And we go months, like 2 months ahead, 3 months ahead, so that we know, does our daughter have dance? Does my son have soccer? And everything, put it all together. And then that's where you kind of put in all the travel that you need to do, all the meetings that you need to do. So it's really paying attention to what's important in your life, which is, you know, the business is important and the family is important.
Right.
And then making sure that you have the time to do both and then time for yourself.
And key is figuring out, because you didn't start out to want or strive for a business in animation, because in fact, you weren't into animation. Tell us about that.
No, not at all. I actually... variety of things at the start. I was a journalism major. I went into consular service in the embassies, went into financial service when I was here, had a law background, and then got here, and my husband was in animation. One day decided, hey, what are you doing? Started to learn it because I was pregnant and bored and waiting for him. So started to learn about animation and then picked it up, and then decided, hey, you know, there's an opportunity because of the way we do animation these days, where you hire people and then when the project's done, you kind of let them go.
Right.
So that's kind of how the visual effects group is.
And that's genius, outsourcing it to the Philippines, because we all know our Kababayans there are very, very creative.
They are.
Yeah.
It's a pool of very talented animators. It's a pool who already understand English, who already understand nuances as far as, you know, how video games are made, how film is made and stuff like that in an American and Hollywood setting.
Is it more fun for you now, though? Because now you see, you know, we see video games and we see movies, but then now that you know the work that they had to take, and then they had the work that they had to do behind all that, there's more of a story for you.
Absolutely.
Do you have more appreciation for animation now?
Absolutely. In fact, I'm so excited about the technologies that come into animation, because you're looking at, you know, the potential for pushing the boundaries of animation, especially with the PS4, the Xbox One coming out.
Right.
You're talking about even animation that's not possible 10 years ago.
Exactly.
You know, so now you're going to be able to see emotion in animation. You're going to be able to put together how it's almost close to being film time.
Right. And congratulations, because your company is now also 10 years old.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Year,
What is, and I always ask this of Kababayan entrepreneurs, because I want to inspire Kababayans out there. You know, you can't just strive to become actors or actresses or politicians or nurses, although there's nothing wrong to any of those. It's just that we have to explore, like cast a wider net and get ourselves out there and be exposed to other careers, other industries. What's the most difficult thing about having a business in animation?
I think one of the more difficult things is, of course, being in the bleeding edge of technology, trying to figure out what is the latest, what is the greatest, what is the thing that's
always
important.
Catching up,
Yes.
trying to stay updated.
Exactly, because your clients are never going to be just staying with what was going on before. They're always going to try to see what works in the future. What does this go?
And what's new? What's considered new in your industry? Is it every week there's something new, every month there's something new, every day?
Well, new would be a technology that gets better. So we're talking about technology. For example, with us right now, it's facial motion capture. So with facial motion capture, it puts together, imagine how your face is with all the nuances, right? For if you frown, you're mad.
This is before Botox.
Before Botox. Exactly.
Okay.
So you have the frowns, you have the little smile, the smirk, you know, those different things. Imagine that and capturing that in a 3D model and putting it on.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And speaking speaking of smiling, what makes you smile as a mompreneur, as a mom, as a CEO of your own company?
I think it's what would make every mother smile, right? It's when your children are successful. And you know, my daughter is a competitive dancer and my son's a soccer player, so they love doing that when they are successful in what they do. And I consider my business as, you know, one of my children. It was born about the time when my children were born.
And
so
it's also successful.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Thank you
again.
so much.
Thank you for making us proud.
Oh, absolutely.
And more power to you.
Thank you so much.
On the red carpet, when we return on the show, don't go away.